pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the San Antonio Dreadnoughts and the Austin Armadillos. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Ready? 6, right? 56. 22.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
But you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Second and 13. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Come on, set. 60 out block. Defense wins championships, baby. Slam, slam. You're out. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Let hut.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing track.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
Brings up 2nd down at the 50-yard line.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right?
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's the run. shot. Check 59, Mike. Mike, go.
They'll set up a throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Ed Oliver able to get in there and drop him behind the line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
12 yards there and a first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60, orange. 80 weapon, 80 weapon. Ready, go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this one. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On 2nd down, this is Harris. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Olivier Vernon drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum. It's caught inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the slant. Jim, recon, 132 fight. He's checking.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. 14 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for. And take it.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he rifles one incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And that one results in 35 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, but we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
59, Mike, Charlie. Mike the 59. 65. Lock it. 65. Squeeze, get in there. Check 9. Check. Leo. Touch.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Duncan. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and 3. And he will score. It's a touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but let me finish. Okay. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Touchdown! A big play there. 60 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Mike Part 9, Mike Part 9. I'm here all day. See it. Oh. Show 2, fellas. Let's go.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. 70 in. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. 36, 36. Pilot, 64, weak. Right. Check. Ready, go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And a huge play that time. And even 50 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on first and 10.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. 52, gone. He's not going to get me. Check 3, ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it. And as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for the touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
He's going to take off with it. The escapability in evidence there. Is that one good for 15 and a first?
A gain of 15. First down.
He'll look to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
It's going to be a long day.
Second and 10.
You ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. No.
On third down, here's Harris. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll look to throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. And touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Try
and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 8. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And the San Antonio first
ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going to take a shot for Gallup. He's got it at the 15. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Michael Gallup, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Butker now to add the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13.
Makes the score Armadillos 34, Red Knox 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
They'll take over first and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them after they built that lead at intermission. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 27. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. All you get is
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Dontari Poe in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Cooper was the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
You don't want it. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Smoke. Right, check, 59, 59. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 50. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Ready, go.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They'll drop the throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And they bring their punter out there now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 1-yard line.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Back to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Amari Cooper, 79 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check three, check three, check three. Begin. Chance. 61. Matchbox, light.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Back to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Squeeze, get in there. Check 31, check 31. Set, go.
Back to throw here. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. From 10 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run with Harris. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood. Watch the flood, motion, push. Match flood, right.
They'll run. Here's Harris. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there. 42 yards.
First down,
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's 3rd and 5.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Darryl Worley. He's at the 50. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Johnson, the intended target.
Well, that's the danger of throwing the ball to that part of the field, because if it does get picked off, as we just saw there, they can run a long way. They're actually fortunate they didn't give up a touchdown in addition.
No room to be had there on the first down run, as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set, ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm